you look at Iraq, we're pulling troops out of there. And
yeah, it's coming. I think the question will be whether there'll be modest reductions that, for example, Secretary Gates outlined, or whether the super committee will fail in its work, and then there'll be dramatic reductions. I think the super committee should not fail. In fact, Senator Durbin and I both think the super committee should, quote, go big, meaning to adopt as much of the bipartisan deficit commission recommendations as possible,
Do you support
which would not be a $1 trillion deduction or reduction in federal borrowing over the next 10 years, but 4. If the committee collapses, and it should not collapse, then there would be big defense reductions, which could affect Boeing. My hope is instead that we move ahead as planned, that the committee hits at least a $1.2 trillion reduction target, and so the really deep defense cuts don't happen.
Where would you like to see the reductions occur? I mean, obviously, entitlement programs like Social Security and Medicare take up a large percentage of the budget as well as defense spending.
My general view is that the reductions should occur exactly along the line of the President's Bipartisan Deficit Commission report. This is Simpson-Bowles. So Simpson-Bowles lays out a set of reforms for nearly all entitlement programs. I don't think anyone is exempt. So look at reforming Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, agricultural subsidies, the general government itself, and then probably the biggest pro-growth idea in the bipartisan reform, which is to wipe out all of the special interest tax provisions. And then with the money raised, use part of it to lower the deficit and part of it to drop the top rate from 39 to 29%. And I think if we did all of those things, like the commission outlined, we would really help the economy.
Would you be in favor of tweaking the Social Security system to, for instance, raising the age at which you would qualify for benefits, like some people are, like Tim Johnson is?
Well, yeah, I think the bipartisan commission laid it out. Senator Durbin voted for it. I support it. The bipartisan reforms, I think, are the way to go. Obviously, the earlier you make reforms, the less the bite. Right now, we have 9,000 Americans qualifying for Medicare each day. When Franklin Roosevelt established the Social Security program, the average person only got 11 checks. Now she is on for 22 years. And so we want to make sure that we keep Medicare and Social Security, not just now, but for the long haul. And I think the Simpson-Bowles Commission does that.